In their biggest league game of the season, Manchester United showed a lot of character to come from behind to win the game, after conceding their 9th straight goal at home without reply. How did we turn it around? Let's go to the whiteboard. In the first half, United struggled to play through Arsenal's defensive formation. Arsenal lined up in their usual 4-2-3-1 formation that dropped into a 4-4-2 formation without the ball. Aubameyang and Odegaard sat in front of McTominay and Fred to cut off the passing angles into midfield. This forced United to filter the ball out wide, which was the trigger for Arsenal's press. The angle of the press run continued to cut off the entry point into midfield, squeezing United into tight areas, and Arsenal were turning United over. A lot of Arsenal's attacks in the first half started with turnovers in United's defensive third. Going to screenshots of the game, we can see how Aubameyang and Odegaard are cutting off the passing angles into McTominay and Fred, and Maguire plays a square ball out to Lindelof. With the ball now in a wider area, that was the trigger for Aubameyang to press. The angle of his run continues to cut off the passing angles into McTominay, forcing Lindelof to go up the line to Dalot, who is met by Smith Rowe, who wins the ball back for Arsenal. We can see how aggressive Arsenal were with their press once they got the ball filtered into wide areas. Once again, we saw another disjointed approach to the press, where some were pressing while others weren't fully committing. The problem this created was the players that committed to the press are taken out of the game, which gave Arsenal the space behind the press line to counter-attacking. Going to screenshots of the game, United have forced Arsenal into a difficult position. Fernandes presses Ramsdale, who plays the ball to Partey, who is pressed by Ronaldo. From here, Rashford has to read the play and understand that the only pass on for Partey is the ball to Gabriel, and Rashford should have been closing Gabriel down sooner. Because Rashford didn't do this, Arsenal have gone from being under pressure to Gabriel being in acres of space. But look at Rashford. Instead of working hard to close the gap on Gabriel, he has turned away from him, pointing to others to press behind him. This is a joke. Gabriel plays the ball down the line to Tavares. McTominay is also guilty of not backing the initial presser, and Arsenal end up switching the ball out to Tomiyasu. The turning point of the game from a United perspective was our exploitation of Arsenal's inability to defend the half spaces. Whenever United committed runners to the half spaces, they weren't being tracked by Arsenal's midfield. As a result, this outside to in ball was on the whole game, and this is how United scored the first goal and won the penalty. Going to screenshots of the game, with Sancho on the ball, we can see the half space is open. Fred has spotted it, but Odegaard doesn't go with him, and Fred sets up the first goal. For the penalty, again, Sancho is on the ball, and again, there is this huge space between the centre-back and the full-back, opening up the half space. Fred makes a run on the blind side of Odegaard, who brings Fred down for the penalty. These were just two of many examples I could have used to demonstrate how well United exploited the half spaces. The Devil's verdict is, we talk about divisions within a division, and this was a game played between two teams competing for the top spot in the second division of the Premier League. These two sides are so far off Chelsea, Manchester City and Liverpool, it makes me wince from a United perspective. It's going to take time for Rangnick to get his methods across, but I believe we are in the race for the top four, and probably the favourite when you look at the competition around us. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the game. Thank you for watching, and please like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you in the next video.